So we're gonna focus on what you guys, focusing on you guys help make the best decisions with your finances to buy art supplies. Let's look at tips and tricks to prolong our supplies. Any questions or anything that come in you guys want to know about, please ask questions. I respond to every single comment. Or you don't have a lot of money and you want to start to draw, we're gonna try to address every single issue you guys will probably come across, okay? So we're gonna do that, make it easy for you guys, make it light on the wallet. Let's start. This paper here is a Canson mixed media, right? You can probably find it at Michael's. You can probably find it at Walmart, online, Amazon, etc. So I do use this paper, but it depends on what I'm trying to do, okay? The texture of this paper has a good weight to it, a good balance to it. Not sure if you guys really see it, but it has a good weight and good balance to it, right? But it's a mixed media, right? And it'll pretty much tell you, like here, it's a 3-star. For pencil, crayon, then you start doing pen and ink, it's a 2-star. Charcoal, it's a 2-star. And then you go to pastel, it's a 3-star. Marker, it's a 3-star. Watercolor, it's a 2-star. Acrylic, it's a 2-star. Oil, don't even worry about trying to use oil with this actual paper, okay? Explain to you. Now, you can go on the more expensive. Now, I don't really buy the Archer's watercolor paper or whatnot. It's very expensive. I don't really use that, but even here, for these 15 sheets of Bristol smooth plate surface, it's $24. So you don't want to be practicing on this, definitely, right? But this has a more smooth, and that picture I was drawing, and I don't like to touch with the oil on my hands and things like that, but that picture I'm drawing, I'm working on right now, that's this. So I'm working on that. I'll take this down. It's my next piece I'll be working on. But it's very smooth. It holds graphite, charcoal, etc. real good. If you guys remember my Black Panther T'Challa that I did, my Scarlett Johansson Black Widow, I did that on this type of paper as well. So it's very smooth, 100% cotton, ultra smooth, right? Archival quality. So when you draw on this, you'll be able to keep this for a lot longer than you typically would, okay? Another piece. If you notice, you don't really see the archiving bill of this, but it'll last as long as you keep it protected, okay? All right, so that's that. Now also, and I always buy a lot of different brands, So this is what we call Bristol, but it's Vellum, okay? This is Bristol Vellum. Excellent for all dry media. It's an acid-free paper, so it'll last pretty decently. As you can see here, I think I got this from, I want to say it was Hobby Lobby for like $19.99. And this is not bad. This is 24 sheets. $19.99, so less than $1 a sheet, right? But this is Vellum surface, excellent for all dry medias, okay? Charcoal, pencil, color pencil, etc. Good quality, and this is a 17 by 14 sheet. That's also something you want to take into account. This is 11 by 14. This is 11 by 14 as well. And I'm not going to really go into much of the actual poundage and things like that, because like I said, it's really all based on feel. So I'm going to show you guys some of the papers that I actually do use, and you can see it has a pretty good thick gauge to it. So this is a real good paper as well, okay? The 400 series with color pencils, and you can pretty much see the type of textures and things you can get out of this just by looking at this piece here, okay? So this is 30 sheets, it's 9 by 12, not very expensive, but you'll be able to see also as well a lot thinner. The paper's a lot thinner, right? So you already know it's real good, definitely real good. It's acid-free, and it's real good for color pencils. You typically want to use the sketchbook to focus more so on your ideas, what you want to do before it. So you look at this. This is going to be a lot cheaper. I sell this for a lot cheaper, but 75 sheets, 11 by 14 inch. I just like that size. But 75 sheets will probably hit you for about $5, $5 to $7. Okay. So that's that. I think I got this from Michael's. Okay. This is from Michael's, mixed media. This is 11 by 14, and it's a 60 sheets. Okay. So I don't sell this one here, but I'm just showing you that this can get art can get very expensive. It just depends on yourself, right? I also have these sketchbooks like this with the actual hardcover, pretty good with the spiral note. If you guys want to get those as well. But the pages are a lot thinner. Like I said, you get a lot more pages, acid-free perforated pages, meaning you can tear them out perforated, right? So this is something you can actually have in your drawings and things like that that'll protect. You can be at your coffee shop or wherever you want to draw at, and just, I use the sketchbooks for ideas, not for actual commission work or drawings, okay? So that's that. Let me start putting some of this stuff back down here. Okay, so now, I'm gonna go into a few more. Okay, and this is like the Strathmore Fungus series here, this is a drawing pad, right? This is just drawing paper. As you can see, it has that manila type color to it, so, and it's pretty thin or whatnot, but I use these as sketch pads as well. Just depends. Use these as sketch pads as well. I typically don't do any commission work on an 8x10, because this is like the standard size of an actual piece of copier paper. And most people don't really want something that small, okay? I mean, you never know. People may want it from you, but typically people don't. So I'm gonna put some of these back down here, a little different. This is watercolor, right? This is cold press. I like this here. So, as you can see here, it definitely has some weight to it. Okay, you can see it definitely has some weight to it. It has a good bit of tooth as well, so if you want to do some charcoal and things like that, even watercolor to hold that, but even good with color pencils as well. All right, so now Canson also has this drawing pad, and it's 11x14 drawing paper. This is just sometimes I'll go through, and when I first started back drawing during COVID, I would go back to like drawing lips and things like that, eyes and just different shapes and sort of ovals, right? And dealing with different lights and textures and things like that. So I would just literally go through and just sketch. And this is what made me, I hadn't drawn it for like 10 years. But then when the quarantine and stuff like that happened, and the lockdowns happened, I literally started back drawing. So you got Bristol 300 series is white. Now remember that Bristol 400 series was a manila type color. This is white. I actually like this type of paper as well. It's a 9x12. I'll use that as because it's relatively cheap. I'll use that as a sketch as well, sketch pad as well. Okay, so let's get another one. All right, another mixed media, 11x14, 40 sheets. You can find these 300 series, Strathmore, and the paper, of course, it's white, not manila. It has a little gauge to a little thickness to it. And you can start telling that by the actual poundage. Like I said, I'm not gonna get into that too much. But it's really just about the texture and how it holds the material and the medium you're working with. This is a 300 smooth surface. It's pretty smooth. Like I said, I like this. I like to use it with my graphites and things like that. I don't really use charcoal on it per se. I haven't really done it, but I know it'll hold pretty good. And then this is a Vellum. This is 11x14 Bristol pad, just like the other one, just smaller, okay? This is a Vellum. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, it has a good gauge, quality to the paper, okay? But it's pretty smooth, so it's good for all those, like, especially, you have to do a little work with this one here, in my opinion, with the Vellum. But, you know, like I said, I like it. Some more drawing paper, the 300 series is 11x14, okay? And then this is the Bristol Smooth Surface. This is the Bristol Smooth Surface, and I'm getting higher and higher here. I'm just going through some of the papers. And it has a little thickness to it. I like these. And if you notice, I buy 90% everything I buy is 11x14, okay? Strathmore makes a good mixed media tablet as well. And that's what this is, 40 sheets for 11x14, 300 series. Slight different gauge to it. And I have a few more, like actual sketchbooks and things like that that I like to use or whatnot. Premium quality, pretty good. But I like these. These are pretty good as well. Okay, like this, just cheaper pads I'll use just to sketch stuff in real quick when I'm teaching my children. So, and these are very cheap. So, I also sell those as well. So again, I'm gonna start adding a lot more stuff to my storefront, but as you guys just bear with me, it's a process. So I love drawing, but I do have another actual management job that I do outside of drawing. So with that being the case.